Mic check. Hope you guys can hear me. I don't really have a microphone. I've improvised an earphone. Hope it works. I know it will work. It will be absurd recording, and I don't really have an audio. That would be so sad. Anyway, guys, I'm here with a story. I mean, I tell stories over here, but I've never told this one. And I feel embarrassed opening up about this story. It's so embarrassing. It's not so bad, but it's embarrassing, you guys. Even thinking about it, I feel so embarrassed. But anyway, let me not delay you guys. I also don't want to delay because I'm at work. I don't want anyone to find me recording. But I was watching a movie called Tinder Swindler. You guys know that movie, Tinder Swindler. Online dating, stealing, blah blah blah, scamming. No, I think I was scammed. I don't even think. Okay, I was scammed. Right. Let me first take some water. It's going to be a long story. Okay, here you go, guys. First of all, don't judge, okay? Don't judge me. I was young, I was naive, I was exploring, alright? I hope you can hear me because I don't want to be so loud. I was exploring, I was checking out things, and
It's turned out. Okay.
I hadn't been dating. Anyway, it was lockdown. The first lockdown, that was 2020. This is 2023. So that's 3 years. 3 years behind. Yeah. So this is me telling the story 3 years later. And a few people know about this story. Like, I've told this story to, like, I can't count the people. Even my friends, like my close friends, don't really know about this story. Some know, some don't know. I don't know. And guys, be nice, don't judge. Okay, don't judge me. But anyway, let me not delay you guys. Let me tell you the story. So it was lockdown, you know lockdown. You remember you guys were home. Like I said, I was young, I was still seeing things else. And I've always been like a home person. Like, I've had strict parents, not so strict, but I've had strict parents whereby if you're from school, I was in a boarding school, from school, you come back home, like, you don't leave home, I never even used to visit people. I even never had friends in my district, like in my home district. That was like, yeah, so basically, I was still seeing new things, I was still hearing new things, new ways, I was still adapting, so things happened. Can I remove glasses? No, let me put back my glasses. But you can see my eyes. So, lockdown, we went home. Remember, we were locked down, no school, no work, no what, we were home. I had a smartphone. And there was this thing called online dating, okay? Online dating. And I'd never dated anyone online. Like, I'd never met anyone online, never alone texting online. Like, you're in a long distance relationship, all you can do is text online. I'd never met someone online, fell in love online, or like someone online. Okay, yeah. So what happened is this. I met someone online. I was on Instagram. Then first of all, men are scam. Men will leave you in a desert without water, and I mean it. So this was my, like, had been in a relationship, but not a serious one, and it had just like ended. So I wasn't desperate, by the way. I wasn't desperate. I was just bored, checking out things, and things were interesting. So I decided to, yeah. So let's continue with my story. So some guy, I don't recall the name. I don't know. What should we call him? What? XY? Not X. X will it will look like he was my ex, but he wasn't my ex. We didn't even have it anyway. Okay. So we shall just say this man. Okay, not to, like, I don't want to put a bad name to someone. Like, I don't want to attach anything to anyone's name, because I might say Paul, and then the Paul behind will be like, is it me? No, it's not you, Paul. It's not you. But let's just say this man. So this man texts me. I don't recall his name. He texts me on Instagram. He likes my pictures. So he's like, hey. I'm like, hey. I checked out his profile, of course, and his posts and everything. He was a fine man. He looked tall. He had a nice body. He was nice. He looked cool. And the way he texted, so we started texting. You know, we were bored. Sorry, the hair. Text. He asks for my WhatsApp number. He was funny, so I gave him my WhatsApp number. He would literally make me laugh. Remember, I was bored, so he used to like make me laugh. You understand? So he was what I was missing in lockdown. Like, he made me busy. So we exchanged numbers on WhatsApp, would video call. He was a nice person. He looked like he had money. He lived in a good apartment in Munyonyo. I don't remember the real address because I lost chats. Basically, actually, I didn't lose the chats. They got lost like automatically. But I didn't know his address, but he lived in Munyonyo. That's how, yes, I was like, this guy has money. Oh, literally. Anyway, he showed me, all the time we talked, he showed me that he had money. Okay, he had money. And he was nice, he was good looking, he was single, no family, no kid. Like, he was perfect. He was driving nice cars. So every time he would go out. And, oh, yeah, remember there were cards in lockdown, like, people who wanted to move or people who had the freedom to like drive around had cards. I think there were stickers, and he had a sticker. So every time we'd like go out, he's driving, he would like text me, video call me. Every time we would be doing shopping, grocery shopping. Like, okay, this guy was everything was good. This like, he was peaceful. He seemed peaceful. He seemed like he had things figured out. And what do girls love? Well, not like I was falling in love with him, but I found him interesting and I was ready to like explore that. I was ready. Why not? Oh. Okay, now this is the real story. So the meeting comes, lockdown ends, and we have a break and we go to school for some time. So I went to school. That time I was in Chambogo and I was living in Banda. And he was in Munyonyo. So basically, from Banda to Munyonyo, that was like a long distance. But he was like, I can drive you, I can pick you up and take you to my place, blah 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 blah. Remember this guy we talked online, so he literally knew everything about me. I also thought I knew everything about him, although it wasn't everything. I'm telling you, this guy was a liar. He was a fucking liar, guys. He was a fucking liar. But I was kind of so when I went back to Banda, I spent like, remember, I wanted to see him immediately. Like, I thought I would see him immediately I leave home. Like, this was the only plot I had to see this man. Alright, so I reached Banda, and he's so busy, you know, like, he's making money, so he's so busy. So I didn't really bother him all that, because he already told me he was a busy man. He was a man who was making money. So I'm like, okay, be busy, but I can see you anytime. I'm here. I won't go anywhere. I'm yours, okay? Guys, so embarrassing. Anyway, time reaches like after 2 weeks. No, we're still talking, still cool, and I was head over heels. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. So time reaches, and I have to see him now. Like, we make an appointment, but that day the day we made an appointment, I think it was like a Tuesday. It was like a Tuesday, meeting a client. Oh, he had told me he's a surveyor, so he tells me he's going to be meeting a client in Tinder, an Indian client. So you guys, no, this is the day I was robbed. Okay, this is the day I was robbed, and here's how I was robbed. Like, was I a fool to even trust him? But okay, let's see. You guys can judge, but like I said, don't judge me. Alright, don't judge me. That day we were texting. Okay, we didn't text much that day because he was telling me he's busy. He's taking some sketches, I don't know, to a client, and he was meeting the client in Tinder, but then he had to go somewhere like Ugolobi before he would, okay, he was busy literally that day, so we didn't talk much. But he just told me, can we meet at the mall in Tinder? And we can have like chicken, we can eat, talk, see each other, and he can see me officially, or I can go to his place at the weekend, during the weekend. Okay, so this was Tuesday. just to see him talk, get familiar, see if there is a spark or chemistry between us, and then I could see him over the weekend. Like I could spend the weekend at his place. I'm like, that sounds cool. I'm like, he's such a gentleman, because most men don't want to smash you the first day they see you. Like, they won't even have to wait the first day. But then he was such a gentleman. I'm like I said, he was too good to be true. Kampala men don't do that. They see you today, they want to smash you that day. So it comes to around 5, and it's like he's driving to Tinder, so I can also like set off. So I get a safe border. From Banda, where I was staying, to Tinder. It's not really a long distance. It's like quick. And then by then he warned me. I was like, okay, let's go fast. Okay, I'm back where they reached. So he had warned me there is going to be jam. Okay, there was traffic jam from where he was coming from to Tinder, and the client was in Tinder. So I get my cab border because it was quick. In like 20-15 minutes I was already there. I was already in Tinder. And then I call him. I'm like, okay, I'm already here. Where are you? He's like, damn, I'm in jam and it's gonna take long for me to reach. And I'm like, I will wait. Guys, I don't know, but I told him I would wait, and guess what? I had to wait. Okay, but I didn't really wait for so long, because he again called me and said let him park somewhere, and then he can come. Like, doing what? He can come, using a border. So he told me he parked somewhere. Then it was really nice, just like what I'd seen in the pictures. Okay, so he's like, but you also wait here. Let me first go and see this client. So he gets on a phone call and he's like, you guys, scammers. Scammers. Remember, he told me that client is Indian. So he was also talking like in Indian. Instead of, okay, that Indian accent, like, we're studying, I'm not telling you. That kind of accent. I can see you have your papers. Where are you? Nangamba, you wait for me. Let me first see him there. He told me the client is over there. So let me go and do it and see him. And then after 1 minute he came back. He's like, I can't find him. But if he's lost, he will call me. So let's go and sit where we had said we were going to sit and have some food and eat. When the client wants him, if he's really lost or something, he's going to call him. Okay, so here we go. We ordered some chicken, some food. So we ordered some food and started eating. After we had started eating, the client calls him. So the client calls him, he picks up and gets out. When he gets out, he comes back. It's like, I can't find this guy. Do you know Tinder very well? And he helped me direct him. I'm like, yeah, I do. You give me the phone. Let me call him and direct him. So true. When so the Indian called. Remember, they told me it's an Indian. And true, the person who called me was speaking like Indians, but not like typical Indian. But then I didn't really think about it. I direct the Indian guy to a roundabout there to, there's a roundabout in Tinder. So I told him, you can stand there. It will be easier for both of you to like meet. Client Nakulachi, he moved. After directing the guy, he again calls and he says he's there. Then this guy gets out. Nemola gidi go on the way Nangamba again takozechi. He's not seeing him, Tamulava. So he comes back. Nangamba Tamulava. Then he tries calling him again. He's like, I'm here. I saw you going back. That's what the Indian told him. So I'm like, see, he was there. He's like, yeah, okay. Then as he's like trying to get out, his phone does what? Goes off. So he comes back. He's like, you know what? Okay, he had earlier used my phone to call the guy. I think I skipped that part. Somehow, I think over his me, I don't know, over his minutes, over his what, something had gone wrong with his phone. Nakwesake and get to call him. And Kati, he's like, oh, I had called this guy using your phone some time back. Give me your phone, let me call him and let me give him his papers, then we come and spend the rest of the evening together. I'm like, cool. I mean, this guy has to work, he has to get the money, so I didn't really hesitate a lot, like, just do it. So I didn't want him to lose this client or to lose this deal or something like that. I was being supportive. Okay. So he gets out with my phone, he goes with his phone as well, like he takes his phone with him, and then he gets my phone, he calls the guy, then he gets out. So when he gets out, of course, I'm still waiting for this man to come back, and then we continue talking, we continue eating, we continue with the evening. All right, but guys,
he never came back. Never.
In that moment, let me tell you, so in that moment I sit, I'm like, I'm sitting, after like 2 minutes, I'm like, whoa. Okay, it hit me, I'm like, this guy might have gone with my phone. I look around at the briefcase, he had gone with the briefcase, and I didn't see him going with his briefcase, like, no. Or maybe I saw and I thought that's where the papers are, but I don't remember seeing it. I don't remember. So, I'm like, it has happened. In that moment, I tell you, I sat, and like, I froze, guys, I froze, and I couldn't stand the embarrassment. Okay, I had a small phone, like this one, that had an Airtel line, and the other big one, the smartphone, had an MTN line. I'm like, okay, I'll replace my line, put in a small phone, and I was like, why did you have to do that? Why am I so ruthless? Why? You took advantage of my time, my feelings, my emotions, and he took my phone. Guys, this guy never came back, I'm telling you. So in that moment, you guys, I froze. I was like, fuck man. Okay, fuck man. Yeah, I had money on me. Yes, I did have money, but I didn't have my phone. So the money didn't matter. That didn't matter at all. So I stand up. I couldn't cry. Actually, I couldn't cry because it was like, boom. I didn't expect it. You know when something happens and you don't expect it. I didn't cry. I just looked. I just thought. I'm like, huh? So what I did, I stood up. So what I did, I stood up and I walked to go to get a border to take me back home. I ended up walking back home. Like the whole journey I walked the whole fucking journey. I walked. I'm cussing a lot. I hope they won't put down my video. Anyway, they won't. Hopefully YouTube doesn't. So I walked home. I reached. I didn't tell anyone what happened. I didn't. They just asked me because first of all, I hadn't told anyone I was going to see a man I met on Instagram. Nah, I didn't tell anyone, but I had gone to do so. No one really asked what went wrong, where had you gone, like, where's your phone? So of course they had to ask me where's your phone. My friends asked me where's your phone because I was online. I told them my phone was snatched because that's a normal way of stealing phones. They snatch your phone, that's like normal, but meeting a man and then they steal your phone is not normal. It's abnormal. Either if you're a man and they steal phones, stop it, guys. Stop it. Like, better that. Like, why stealing my fucking phone? Okay, what do you want me to do when you steal my phone? Like, what do you want me to do? So anyway, I didn't really try to look for him. I didn't really try to log in. Like, I didn't really even go back to his Instagram to look for him. I didn't because I knew it was no reason. Like, that's what he usually did, and he wasn't dumb to leave his account up. Like, no, he wasn't. So yeah, I didn't really go to search back for him, and yeah. So usually I always lied about losing that first phone of mine. Like, no, it was my second phone. So usually I lied. I told so many different stories. Whatever story I told you about losing my phone, that's all trash. This is the real story of how I lost my phone.